folks, and probably the one topic that everyone across the nation and the world is talking about. They've been talking about over the weekend, of course. That is the Supreme Court's historic ruling on Friday morning. Now, unless you have been on the moon for the last 72 hours, you now know that the Supreme Court ruled that same-sex couples can marry nationwide, establishing a new civil right in handing gay rights activists an historic victory. News of the divisive 5-4 ruling swept across the nation, from the Stonewall Inn in New York, where a riot broke out nearly 46 years ago, ushering in the modern gay rights movement, to the banks of the Pacific, where proponents in San Francisco, Hollywood, and other cities took to the streets in celebration. But not everyone is a fan of this decision. Conservative presidential hopeful Mike Huckabee told George Stephanopoulos on ABC's This Week that Christians may need to resort to civil disobedience. Quote, "I don't think a lot of pastors in Christian schools are going to have a choice," Huckabee said. "They either are going to follow God, their conscience, and what they truly believe is what Scripture teaches them, or they will follow civil law. They will go the path of Dr. Martin Luther King, who in his brilliant essay, The Letter from Birmingham Jail, reminded us, based on what St. Augustine said, that an unjust law is no law at all," end quote. Texas, taking it one step further, the state's attorney general announced on Sunday that county clerks will be able to turn away gay couples seeking marriage licenses based on religious beliefs. This is arguably the hottest debate in the union right now. We have not heard at the end of it, but for now, supporters of marriage equality have reason to celebrate this very historic event. And of course, Pride going on this weekend in New York, San Francisco. Very historic, especially in New York, because a lot of people say it was the unofficial start of the gay rights movement at the Stonewall Inn, this riot that erupted. CNN was there, and they were interviewing a bartender that was there when those riots erupted, and it was really interesting to hear, how far it has come, regardless of where you sit on the fence and where you sit on the issue. It is an historic event for the Supreme Court to rule this.
Absolutely. All right, well, switching gears a bit, if you were worried that robots and technology were taking over the world and somehow becoming more human, well, you're not too far off with Facebook's latest facial recognition technology. Facebook can now tag you in photos where you are not showing your face. Should we still call it facial recognition? Maybe person recognition is more fitting. The social media has developed an experimental algorithm that can automatically recognize an individual based upon unique traits like hairdo, clothing, body shape, and pose. And it's 83% accurate, which is insane. 83%. Wow. It's accurate 83% of the time. So the overall goal is for Facebook to be more human. Your friends can recognize you from behind or from the side without seeing your actual face, and Facebook was jealous of that trait. So, all those camera-shy people who hide their faces in photos, well, you can tell them that they're going to have to get over it, because hiding from cameras is no longer possible. Facebook's head of artificial intelligence says this could have benefits, saying such techniques could improve privacy for individuals and, in theory, alert you whenever a photo surfaces anywhere online. Facebook isn't the only company working on this technology either. Both Google and eBay are working on such techniques.
Why would eBay need it?
Because it's all marketing. It is all marketing, 100%.
It's really scary.
When everything comes down to it, it's they want to sell us stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're wanting to do that. By the way, on related note, Terminator Genisys opens Wednesday.
Yeah.
Guys, just saying.
Robots are taking over the world. But
saying.
It can't, he says that it could be an improvement in privacy because you'll know when people post a photo of you, but still, once a photo of you is out there on the interwebs,
they say, that URL exists.
It's there forever. So until we can delete things.
Yeah. You just got to carry a box around your head now. But now it recognizes your clothing.
It doesn't matter. You could pose like a sorority pose, sorority poses.
What if you start
posing?
posing
the same way in every picture. It's just your body shape, how you do your hair, how
so
you
here's
pose.
the thing. If you don't want it to happen, take a box with you and be doing this all the time. Because you never know when it's going to come.
This is our only option. This.
And people are like, what are you doing? You're like, oh, I'm one up on Facebook. They're not going to get to me. That's right. That's right. And you invent a new dance move. How about that? All right, last but not least, never bring a teddy bear to a velociraptor fight. You are going to lose every time. Seth MacFarlane learned that this weekend with Ted 2, a raunchy R-rated sequel to his 2012 summer smash. The movie opened to a somewhat disappointing $32.9 million this weekend, falling almost 40% from its predecessor's $54 million opening. However, in the not-so-cuddly teddy bear's defense, the original wasn't up against a behemoth like Jurassic World, which maintained the top spot at $54.2 million, followed by Disney and Pixar's Inside Out, bringing in $52.2 million. Jurassic World added yet another page to its history book this weekend as well, becoming only the 5th film to earn $500 million or more domestically. It joins the exclusive club along with The Dark Knight, the original Avengers, Titanic, and Avatar. It has now also taken the top spot as the top grossing film of 2015, beating out Avengers Age of Ultron, which has earned $451.2 million in the United States. So Jurassic World just
Have you seen it yet?
on trucking. I haven't.
I still haven't seen it yet.
I haven't, and you know, this is definitely one of those movies I got to see in the theater.
Yeah.
You got to see it, and I really want to be able to see it like in IMAX and get the full experience. I don't know when that's going to happen, but
Yeah.
The numbers are just staggering what this film is doing, and it's. I mean, it's on track to be one of the top grossing movies.
It makes me
of all
wonder
time.
how Star Wars is going to do.
Yeah, we'll have an interesting discussion, you know, because obviously thus far, Jurassic World being the largest grossing film, I got a feeling when it comes December 18th, there's going to be a new sheriff in town.
A new sheriff
A new
in town,
sheriff
in the
in town.
galaxy.
And his last name is Skywalker, and he talks like this.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't.